Missouri, sorry. Started out summer tour at the beginning of June in Bozeman, Montana. We're going to end up in Birmingham, Alabama. Curious as to where we've been, where we're going. Tomorrow we're going to fly home, spend 4 days there, and then come back. Heading out to Iona, Michigan.
Yeah.
People. Alright, here we go. You guys are going to pick up a whole lot of noise here. Just having a few people out. I'm sure you can be real enthusiastic. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present the GT Bicycles Panasonic Shockwave Airshow. Nice. Yeah. We hearing that music? Alright, now we travel all over the country. We put about 300 plus shows on during the course of the year. In the summer months, we like to do a grassroots campaign to try to bring our sport to just about all interested eyes. Taking breaks for the X Games, the Gravity Games, UGP Roots Champ, the B3s, the X Trial. And here we are right in the middle of it. There are a few people I'd like to introduce to you. The first one being the newest member of our lineup of GT Bicycles. He is 22 years old and comes from Chicago, Illinois. What he's going to be doing for today is called Flatland, and it is arguably the hardest discipline associated with BMX. He's been doing it for the past 10 years. Puts in between 2 to 5 hours a day practicing. Just recently he earned himself a first place finish at the B3 in Louisville. This guy also quite the astute academic, just graduated from college. He's got a bachelor's degree in marketing. You guys give it up. Mr. Matt Wilhelm. Alright, the second rider I'd like to bring your attention to. 25 years old and comes from Minneapolis, Minnesota. This guy got his start riding with the likes of Trevor Meyer, doing some flatland. Didn't take him long before he took his skills out of the parking lot and straight on into the skate park. Having made a name for himself as one of the more technical riders and influential riders out there today. He himself earned himself a third place finish at the X Trials in Dallas, Texas. Also third overall last year in the X Trials. Earning himself a position in the upcoming X Games. You guys give it up for Mr. Tom Haugen. Alright, our final rider. 29 years old, straight from Orlando, Florida. This guy got his start by reading one of the very first issues of Freestyle magazine. He also did a little flatland riding, some ground pounding. Didn't take him long. Didn't take him long before he was the 3-time AFA Flatland champion for the state of Florida. The last 3 years in a row, he was second overall at the X Trials. He's competed in the Gravity Games every year since their inception. Nice, you guys give it up for Mr. Rob Nolli. Smooth. All right, you guys ready for the show to get started? Start out with Mr. Wilhelm. Coming out rocking on some seriously hot asphalt. We're gonna start out pretty simple, gradually working our way on up. You guys, sounds kind of cliche to say, with the more noise you make, the faster these guys are gonna ride, the higher they're gonna go. Nice, coming out some switch-footed stick piece, no-handed at that, for Mr. Wilhelm. Grabbing onto the head tube, spinning around the bars a little bit, getting a couple extra points for style. Pedaling uphill here, not quite the ideal situation for flatland, but that's alright. He's going to be able to come into a lot of his links with quite a bit of speed. If you're curious what I mean when I say links, when you see Matt throwing out a combination of tricks, those are links. Nice, going out. You can notice him being real technical, having one hand on his brakes, one hand on his seat, vice versa on a peg. Scuffing on the front wheel, balancing it out. Definitely goes through quite a few front tires, as well as rear tires. Matt is riding the 2001 GT show. Nice, coming on up into a hitchhiker. Getting some speed here, rolling downhill. Coming on out on the sideways, surfing position, raising the hand up in the air, Mr. Wilhelm. All right, next part of the show, we're going to come into some lip tricks. We're gonna get Rob and Tom to come on out here, throw down some lip tricks for us. See Nolli coming on out, do a little 360. Nose pick, no footed. Tom coming up, landing over the box backward, coming out. Tail tapping right into nose pick. Comes up 180s off the end of the box. Woo. Nolli coming up, throwing down a manual, gets in a couple cranks here, going downhill. Bar spin, tail tap for Mr. Nolli. Coming up, nice 180 nose wheelie up and off of the box. Mr. Haugen hot on his heels, riding the Dave Olson metal issue. Coming on out, 540 tail tapping. Pretty smooth. Nice, coming up 360 and off the end of the box. You guys enjoying any of this? Nice, here we go, Nolli coming up, nose picking a toothpick. Rolling uphill, yeah, a little 360 fly out. Bringing it down, a little 180 nose wheelie down the end of the landing ramp. Mr. Haugen, the Plymouth local, starting out here getting a couple of cranks, manual and over the box backwards. Comes up, going into feeble. Coming out of it, fakey, right on. Throwing in the rollback. Mr. Haugen. No, it looks like he's not quite finished with the lip trick section yet. Going on up, pretty seriously. Coming out, tail whip, tail tapping. Throwing a foot down there on the platform, just a little extra level of technicality. Nice crossing it up on the manual. Tom coming up, coming over backwards. Doing it for underground products from the siren. Tom flying on out, tail whip, tail tapping, through the crowd. One up and Mr. Nolli. Nice, coming out, kicking out, 1 foot flatty. Get a couple stripes on his arm. Nice, Nolli going over. Nose really over the box backwards. Coming up, yeah, going into the Brubica. Coming up, fake down the Copen. Coming on out. Pretty smooth. Woo! Pretty hot out here today, huh? Alright, Mr. Wilhelm coming on out. That is one of the only Americans going into the X Games for Flatland. Just to give you an idea how difficult what he's doing is. Coming on out, coming into a series of side squeaks, flipping it around, stuffing it out in the wheelchair, hopping over the frame one more time, bringing it up into another side squeak, going out and coming into some pinky squeaks, going backwards to pinky squeaks, 2 and 4, they're called whiplashes. Nice, flipping himself around into the elephant glide. Going on out, one hand on the brake. Both hands are coming up for a pretty fast series of pinky squeaks going uphill. Doing some fancy footwork. Just what it's come to expect. Yeah, one hand big circle. Going on out. Alright, Matt coming up. Cranking uphill here, kind of switching the vantage point here. Switching his weight to the rear wheel. Throwing up a little inverted manual. Coming up onto the large yard, the side yard. Getting his feet in position. Bringing it around, grabbing on the head tube, spinning around the bars. Going out, still rolling backwards. Firmly planting both feet on the ground and raising one hand in the air. Right on. Alright, starting up here at the top of the hill. Kicking advancing the downhill grade a little bit. Starting on out. Hanging 5, hanging 10, bringing it on. Coming up. Half packing straight into backpacker, brings it back into the hip pack with a half pack. All depending on how old you are and where you come from. Nice, coming up, jumping over the handlebars, transferring it, coming into a series of side squeaks, still on that front tire, on fire on the front tire. There you go, throwing in a bar flip, landing on the front wheel. That Wilhelm. Kicking the handlebars a little bit backwards. Keep in mind when Matt does that, he puts up his wheelbase a little bit, giving a little greater leverage on the front. Yeah, coming in, the cliffhanger. A little different variation of the hitchhiker. Mr. Wilhelm has several variations of the hitchhiker. I guarantee you're bound to see just about all of them out here this afternoon. Nice switch foot half lashing it around. Bringing it around the back, riding the bike on the upside down, the dark side of the bike. Flipping it up to a little bit of a bike burial, coming out into a 60. Lady stuffing it on out, bringing himself into magazine position. Picking up some speed here, doing a little centrifugal force. Some small radii circles. Matt Wilhelm. Putting up a little bit of a sweat. You guys want to see these guys come out and hit the box jump? We start out here with Mr. Tom Haugen. 45 5-year-old Plymouth local. Nice, coming out. Nice one hand on the setup. Comes up, jumping uphill. One hand X up. Nolli coming on by. Doing a solid flatty out there on the setup. Comes out, yeah, one hand, no foot can from Mr. Nolli. Tom Haugen pedaling by, picking up the speed, boosting off the top. Nice X up on the setup. Coming out Superman air. Clearing the gap, looking pretty smooth while he does it. Nolli also piloted the Dave Ultra Metal issue. Comes up, sets himself up, nice 1 foot. Tabletop on the setup. Coming out, taking both hands, both feet off. Trick called to nothing, and aptly named the that. Stop coming on by, going off the other end of the ramp. Nice, get a little bit of a side style pumper. Yeah, coming on out, Native American air for Mr. Haugen. Nolli coming on by, sporting his brand new flashy gray helmet. Nice, exiting up on the setup. Coming out. Yeah, a little Superman no foot can for Mr. Nolli. You guys make some noise. Tom Haugen, Rob Nolli. You guys can't make noise? Nolli not quite done yet. Hear those extra blows and certainly giving him some inspiration. Coming out on the downside, no foot can cranking on up. Nice, bar spinning over the gap. Rob Nolli. Extra E for effort. There we go, coming on out. Nice. Mr. Wilhelm not wasting any time. Matt just graduated from college. He had a 3.9 grade point average. Never made a C in his life. Pretty smart kid. You can definitely see where he's technically minded. Yeah, that gets a little applause, huh? That's something probably none of us have done. All maintained in his professional career. Solid. Yeah, definitely gives some praise to Mr. Wilhelm and his technical capabilities. Minor in music, traveled around in a jazz band. He played any kind of saxophone from an alto up to a bass. Nice, coming on out, going into death truck. No hand, 1 foot death truck rolling down the hill. Coming on up, riding the bike a little bit upside down. Getting himself around. Nice, juggling on his way out. Coming out on the sideways surfer. Turning downhill. Pretty much all throughout the day, Matt's going to be ending up at the bottom of the hill. Not really using his strength that much. You'll notice he has a pretty small gear on the front. Yeah, there you go. Nice, flipping it around. Coming up into some elephant whips. Elephant glide made with the tail whip. Coming back up into the wheelchair position, hopping over. Transferring his way here to the rear peg, rolling backwards. Nice, coming back up. Switching it one more time, getting the bike a little bit more upside down. Bringing it around, changing his momentum here, traveling backwards. Coming out one more time, juggling it out to the side.
Nice.
Matt spent so much time riding his bike, he wore his pegs smooth. He had to drill some holes in them, try to get some extra grip going on. No matter where we're at, Matt's getting up early in the morning, he's practicing. Before the show he's riding, during the show, middle of the show, after the show. Pretty much all Matt does is practice. You can see where practice makes perfect. Nice work, Mr. Wilhelm. All right, you guys ready for the second series of jumps? Yeah! Yeah, a couple people are. Wake up, come on! You guys want to make sure I'm the only one out here yelling, huh? Starting out with Mr. Haugen. Nice, coming out bar spin, catching it with one hand. Super smooth, one more time. Bar spin it straight on, no foot. Doing it for all 5 people out there. Nice, Nolli starting out nice, showing a little some bird skills there. No-hander. Bringing it around 360, looks like he took a hand off when I blinked. Haugen coming on by. Nice, boosting on the top, going for a no-footer. Singing as he does it. Nice, bar spin, X up. Nolli coming on by. Rob also has a 5-year-old daughter at home named Madeline. He's also a father. Nice. Coming on out, bar spin on the setup. Yeah, coming out with a decade. Right on. That's a flatland trick. Rob being one of the only guys that can actually pull that in the air, be it the burr ramp or the box. Nice, Tom coming up. Throwing it out. Tom also has a associate's degree in social science, went to school to be a teacher. Pretty nice. Nolli here, nice, doing some textbook turn down style. Coming around, tail whipping. Nice, tail whipping over the box, Mr. Nolli. Sticking a hand up in the air as well. Tom coming out, nice, one hand. X up on the setup. He's coming back, suicide bar spin. Spinning the bar 360, throwing his hands behind him. Guys, make some noise. Rob Nolli, Tom Haugen. Nice. There you go. I expect everyone all of a sudden to maybe get into it now. Mr. Wilhelm coming by, gonna throw out a t-shirt. I'd like to thank Ashley and his crew at Cycles Unlimited for having us come out all 6 years in a row. Pretty nice to get constant support. We'd like to thank the folks at Albertsons for providing this space for us. Right on, we appreciate if you guys get thirsty. They have some ice cold beverages for $4.50. They're selling Gatorade for super cheap. You can get a hot dog and a beverage for 50 cents. Pretty nice of them to let us use their parking lot and as well keep you guys hydrated for pretty much next to nothing. All right, coming back here, Mr. Wilhelm, starting up at the top of the lot. Coming on out, coming at some crazy off-camber. Big circles, bringing it around. Definitely one of the more aesthetically pleasing tricks in Matt's lineup. See if you can't dodge the helmet. Yeah, still coming up, flipping, spinning around 360s, throwing in some 180. Bar flips there right in the middle of it. All right, setting himself up here, both feet on his rear pegs, coming out. Bar spinning, super smooth, super stylish. Switching his body around, coming into a backwards. Getting ready, there you go. 180 burial. Nice body burial, bringing it up into the caboose, straight on up, reaching up, grabbing the bars into the stick feed. One more time, flipping himself around. Coasting backwards. Nice, ending up in the bottom of the lot. Mr. Wilhelm, wondering why you guys are so darn quiet. All right, Matt, starting up here, coming into a little cross-footed mega spin. That having more than a couple of variations of the mega spin under his belt. Yeah, bringing it back up, regular mega spin, coming up, little frame, standing flat, landing mega spin. Nice, still going on with it, still continuing his rotations. Yeah, coming out into a decade. Ooh.
All right.
Keep in mind, Matt's doing a decade, he's not running any rear brakes. Just doing it by his balance, he has quite the coordination. Coming up into some pinky squeaks, bringing it around into a mixed circle, generating some momentum there with his foot. Coming around, turbine, hitchhiking. There you go, coming out. Mr. Wilhelm showing his pearly whites there, having a pretty positive attitude. This is Matt's first summer tour. We're real stoked to have him aboard. Nolli coming out with the Rebel Run. Starting on out, throwing out a 540, seeing if you can't get you guys somewhat pumped. Alright, here we go, Mr. Haugen coming up. Doing a little alley-oop here, starting our third series of jumps. Nice, coming out, huge alley-oop tail whip. Another trick Rob's been working on lately, it's called the flare. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. Nice 180 backflip on the transition. Rob coming up, carving up the quarter pipe. Nice, bringing it around, beaming the crowd. Tom Haugen coming up, getting some speed, going for another alley-oop variation here. Alley-oop bar spin, X up. Nolli coming up on the other side of the ramp, gonna show you a little tail whip at height. Getting some speed here, going down the hill. Coming out, tail whipping. Looking pretty smooth. Mr. Haugen coming up, riding on the regular side of the ramp as well, maybe not. Coming out, getting some speed here. Tom coming up, yeah, toothpicking. Spinning it around, nice two-kick bar spin for Tom Haugen. Well, if that didn't get you guys fired up, I'm not really sure what will. Here we go, rock it out. Rob being a huge fan of the police and all. Coming out, yeah, top side, no foot can for Mr. Nolli. What up? I think we have another t-shirt to hand out to you guys. See if Mr. Wilhelm can do it. Once again, can't thank folks at the bike shop and up, folks at Albertsons for donating the parking lot for us to use to ride this nice smooth level surface.
Right here, dude. Right here.
We're all out here trying to pump up the crowd as well. definitely want to be making some noise when Matt's doing this ride. He's definitely paying attention to who's maybe giving him some support, who's not. Coming into a little backwards bar. Keep in mind, Matt only running one brake there. It's kind of like throwing a football with your right hand if you're left-handed or vice versa. Doesn't seem to bother Matt at all. Coming around, nice. Building up some speed here, been circling around. It's raining some momentum, nice G-turn popping out of it. Making his way back up here to the top of the parking lot. Setting himself up here, switch foot, half lashing it. Transferring his weight to the rear wheel. Rolling with the bike here upside down. He's still using his foot to regulate his speed. Coming up, a la Chad Grew dark side. Bringing it out up into the hip packer. Starts scuffing it on out, goes to the elephant glide, bringing it into a side squeak. Going backwards, trying to miss the takeoff of the box. Nice, rolling backwards and smooth, bringing it out, hitchhiker straight, dark side. Coming on out, bringing it into the 60. Flatland Tricks album, kind of different names no matter where you're at. Some of them don't even have names, depending on the week. Flatlanders being definitely a pretty peculiar lot. Known for some of their stranger habits. Mr. Wilhelm here, not seeing to have too many. Yeah, coming up, inverted mega spin, brings it right back up into the pedals. Nice, bringing himself around, kicking his foot pretty furiously there, spinning it around. Nice, mega spinning coming out of Mr. Wilhelm. Definitely makes a pretty big difference when you're riding. If you're riding and it's totally silent, it's gonna be my last lecture to you guys, as opposed to, people. Coming around super fast, mega spin right on, Mr. Wilhelm. Show you a little bit of what he's made of. Alright, next part of the show, we're gonna see if we can't get Nolli to come on out, jump over my head, kind of show you how high he can jump. What do you think? Think you got it? A little bit forward? What do you guys think? Think Rob can do it? Yeah, you can do it. Just gonna bring us right on up into some doubles. Let's try the one guy around the quarter pipe. How about two guys riding it? That ramp looks pretty big, but you throw two guys onto it real small, real fast. Nolli coming up. Shaky air, Haugen going up. Landed on the platform, coming up. 1 foot exiting it up. Showing you a little bit of style. These guys are going to come in onto a trade, one guy following another. Definitely have to have some confidence in the guy in front of you. If there's anyone you can have some confidence in, it's Mr. Nolli. This guy's coming on out, bar spinning on the setup, coming out. Nice little old style no-hander followed by the suicide no-hander. Definitely showing you two different styles. Rob showing off some of his vert skills there. Gonna come into an over-under. You guys familiar with the over-under? Nice, we appreciate it. Going on out, Nolli flying over. Mr. Haugen, Haugen coming up, alley-ooping. And bringing us right back up to the top of the key, Mr. Wilhelm. Coming up, building up a little bit of a sweat. You guys thought it was hot just standing there. They're pretty concentrated here, coming out. Bringing it around, regulating his speed there with his foot. And if by chance you do happen to see these guys make a mistake, you guys know what to do. Here we go, coming around. Bounce there on his front wheel, spin around some pretty tight radii. Nice, coming in some mixed circles, showing in some 180 bar flips there to boot. Switching himself around, still generating some speed, bringing it around, scuffing with his foot. See him doing that instead of working his cranks. Coming up into some turbine wheelchairs. Switching himself around, coming in some pinky squeaks, flipping it back into mixed circles. Little side squeaks, sideways surfer. A little bit tired, feeling some breakfast, kicking his handlebars backwards, positioning himself there on his outside rear peg, bringing himself around, nice mega speed, yeah, tight, going up, the pedaling death truck, the blender, flipping it on out into the mega spin, coming on up, flipping the bars around, picking it up into the pedals. This is one of Matt's hardest links here, so that he practices quite a bit. Not too many people in the world have been able to throw it on this combination. Matt definitely being one of them. Definitely one of the reasons why it's defeated in the upcoming next game. Looks like Matt's gonna get some speed here, starting out super high on the hill. Setting up his crank. Transferring his weight there to the front, coming out steamrolling. Yeah, right on, coming around, spinning around that front wheel. Tightening up his jab a little bit here. Kicking one leg through. Pretty smooth, pretty stylish. That's exactly what we've come to expect from Mr. Wilhelm. Coming out, some real tight G-turns here, going into a no-handed whirlwind. Not leaving divots and parking lots all over America this summer. Says he's got one more. You guys are interested in seeing it? Coming into it, going into another mega spin. Kicking around, getting some speed, yeah. Tight! Super laid out. Right on, no-handed mega spin coming from Matt. Whirlwind Wilhelm, straight from Chicago. Alright, we're going to be coming into our final part of the show. We're going to do some high air, drop the top. We're going to come out, launch off the top, throw down some tricks here off the box jump on the way out. To give you an idea how high they're flying. That ramp's 10 foot tall. That's 6 foot tall. The armed out stretch, that's about 18.5 feet. That's about 18.5 feet between his fingertips and the pavement. Give you a time to start out. Keep in mind, Tom rides the park. He's not much of a burr rider, but check out this guy's skills. This guy's got some mad speed, if you will. Whoa, changing it up. That was pretty high, huh? Nice Superman seat grab. Coming on out. All right. You know Mr. Nolli here definitely competed a couple of years in vert. This guy's definitely got some skills. Here we go, starting out. Mr. Nolli, flying out. Nice, hit about the 18-foot marker, coming on out. Nice, turn down, back flipping. Right on, Rob, taking a hand up in the air. Nolli coming right back up, having one more variation of the backflip, getting some speed. Setting himself up. You guys look alive out there. Coming up, yeah, going in and backflip from Mr. Nolli, right on. Haugen coming on out. He's got a trick he'd like to show you guys. Hope you guys will appreciate it. Yeah, huge tail whip. Coming out, getting the wood push off the top. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys will drink some Red Bull or some Mountain Dew. Well, you guys actually were good. We'll leave it at that. The 2001 GT Bicycles Panasonic Shockwave Airshow. You got Mr. Matt Wilhelm, Rob Nolli, Tom Haugen. My name's Jay Fox. We'd like to thank Ashley and his crew at Cycles Unlimited for having us come out. We'd like to thank the folks at Albertsons for having us. We appreciate all the space. If you guys are thirsty, go and hydrate yourself on your way into the bike shop. They're selling drinks for a quarter, 50 cents for a hot dog and a beverage. It's pretty nice of them. Just making sure you guys are clearly hydrated. We have another show at 2 o'clock. It's going to be our final show. We encourage you guys to come on back. Maybe phone a friend if you like, whatever. You guys, Matt Wilhelm has an instructional flatland video he's selling for $20. It's pretty nice, expertly narrated. Very informative.
Grab a bit. Don't stand in the doorway. What in the world happened to you? Yes, $20 each. got mediums, large, and extra
I was pretty warm, dude.
Good pick, you're right in the middle of it, man. Good stuff.
I learned a lot from last year.
Where to be and where to
How they work they have a theme that they usually, they come out and they flatline a little bit, and then the guy starts circling around. I catch them as they come in. Catch them here, they usually catch a trick here, and they come back, catch another trick off the box, and then I'm set to catch the next guy making his loop back in. It's easy to edit.
I'm muting guys.
Can I see
going, man? Yeah, we're pretty busy right now.
No, dude, if I was a rider, I'd be like, this ride for these people. It wasn't the numbers, it was just enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is sit there and watch. Good trick.
Seen it on a video at home.
I agree, but it's in person. It should be.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I mean. It's like, yeah, but this is right here in front of you, dude.
Right.
This is the guy.
They play off your energy.
I wanted to cheer, but I was like, I was trying to keep the camera tight too. I was like,
that
was wicked.
What's their job?
The stuff that you raise, and I just wander around out there, kind of handy cam it with just a bunch of people in here. It's like that.
That's a
mall.
add-on?
Yeah, it's a wide angle. There you can see big difference. Okay, I'm fully pulled back right there, and we're catching the Mavic and a little bit of that wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now we're catching the rack and past the Mavic bag.
Huh. That's cool. And that was just that you can buy like most of those handy cams. They all have like a fret on.
Yeah. Well, depends on which ones you get.
You have to look at.
Yeah, that's why I told him to get this one, because it had a standard lens mount like a regular 35mm camera. So I can put regular all different kinds of lenses and filters and everything else. Plus, this one has a 3.5-inch LCD, which is about 25-50% bigger than most of the rest of them. Comes with the light, comes with the infrared, comes with the photo shoot, and then you can export your video.
Oh wow!
S, AV, DV. You got your phones, stereo microphone. That's the bomb. It's about $1,400. It's new.
Yep.
You gotta sign one real readable, because when I put the video together, I'll put your names and I'll zoom in on your.
Oh, okay.
You guys have your photos on this one?
Yep. Want to sign it? Is that what you want?
Just go ahead and sign one for me, if you don't mind, guys.
No problem.
The show was killer and the video was wicked. Do you have mine from last year on there?
Somewhere right here. There you go.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That's it. GT 2002.
Show you last year. So is that like the worst crowd we've had yet? Ranks up there?
It's up there. You know, Saturday morning, I guess, too.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it was early, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't a number there. People, they just don't say they just.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah, crowd was like, they're probably one of the quietest ones we've had.